والله الذي لا إله إلا هو الرحمن الرحيم الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر الخالق البارئ المصور الغفار القهار الوهاب الرزاق الفتاح العليم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear viewers, you are welcome to A Moment with the Companion, sponsored by The Companion, an association of Muslim men in business and the profession. I'm your host for today, AbdulGhaniy Majeed. Our topic for today is combining two Salah. And my guest with me today is Imam Ridwan Lanre Ibrahim, the Mudir Madul Quran Oworonshoki. Imam, please explain to us what we mean by combining two Salah. Now, do we combine two Salah in Islam? If we do, what are the conditions? What are the things that make that combination necessary?
Now, Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah ala ni'matil Islam. Alhamdulillahi ala ni'matil shahri Ramadan. We thank Allah for the favor of Al-Islam, because وَمَا كُنَّا لِنَهْتَدِيَ لَوْلَا أَنْ هَدَانَا اللَّهُ. We would not have been guided if Allah has not guided us. Alhamdulillah. We thank Him for the favor of Ramadan, because it's the most blessed month among the months. Al-Jamu Bayna Salatain is the question. Is actually one of the favor of Al-Islam on mankind, because we will say Al-Islam Dinun Yusrun. Islam is a simple religion. One of the aspects where we can actually argue or tell people that Islam is about peace, is about ease, making things just simple, is al-jam'u bayna salatayn, to combine two salah. Basically, as Muslims, we are expected to observe 5 daily salawats at different intervals. But because Islam is the religion that takes care of all aspects of human nature, it becomes clear that something that Islam asks us to do, at one point in time, we might be constrained not to be able to do them. So what then do we do? Islam says it's not all about difficulty. إِنَّمَا يُرِيدُ بِكُمُ الْيُسْرُ وَلَا يُرِيدُ بِكُمُ الْعُسْرُ. In whatever Allah asks you to do, He does not want hardship for you. Allah just wants things to be easy for you. So Islam brings solution. So one of the solution is al-jamu bayna salatayn. It actually means to combine between two salawats, basically to combine Zuhr and Asr together, to pray it at a time. To pray Maghrib and Isha at a time, but not to combine between Subuhi and any other salawats, or neither to combine between Asri and Maghrib. It is just between Zuhr and Asr, Maghrib and Isha. And in combining them, we can do what we call a taqdeem or ta'khir. Taqdeem means forward combination. That is, you are combining Zuhr and Asri at the time of Asri. So even when it is time for Asri, you fulfilled your obligation at the time of Zuhr. Combining Maghrib and Isha at the time of Maghrib, that is Taqdeem, forward combination. We also will call backward combination, Ta'khir. That is, you are combining between Zuhr and Asri at the time of Asri, and you are combining between Maghrib and Isha at the time of Isha. This is different from somebody who left home in the morning. He struggled to pray Zuhr. Zuhr, Maghrib, Asri, Maghrib, he did not pray. When he now go back at night, he now begin to pray Zuhr and Asri, Maghrib and Isha. That is not combination we are talking about. That combination is Ghairi Shari'i. It has no religious backing. The one that had religious backing is the one we are discussing. And there are reasons for them. One of the reasons is as-safar. When you are on a journey, you are naturally permitted to combine between salawats as a traveler. Look at Al-Islam, because as a traveler, you are in a place that you are not familiar with. You are in a place that is a terrain you are not familiar with. You are in a particular assignment that could be demanding. Islam says, what we just want you to do is at-ta'a. Follow Allah. Fattaqullaha mustata'tum. Implement Allah's decree based on your capacity. So we are in a journey, you are permitted to pray between Zuhr and Asri, between Maghrib and Isha, as we have explained earlier. That is the first condition. Another one is lil marid, the sick person. Someone who has an extreme sickness. Then it becomes very difficult for the person to say, okay, I want to pray Zuhr. After Zuhr, I also want to pray Asri. But if the person can manage at the time of Zuhr, pray Zuhr and Asri, so that you can have time to relax even in the time of Asri. Subhanallah. Look at it. La yukallifullahu nafsan illa wus'aha. Allahu Akbar. Look at this. That don't worry. Observe the two in the time of Zuhr, so you can relax during the time of Asri. When it's time for Maghrib, you can observe Maghrib and Isha at that time. You can have time to relax in the time of Isha. The other one is Indal Motor, although there is a little bit of opinion on it. Let me say in that Shadid al-Motor, when the rain is so intense, you can combine. There are some people that says that when it rains, that is a discussion for scholars. What we are just giving us, we are giving us the basis. So when it rains, we are permitted. Maybe, for example, you are observing Zuhr, or before Zuhr, it has been raining. It continuously rains. So when you observe Zuhr, you can bring on Asri. When it is, maybe it is during Maghrib. When you observe Maghrib, you can bring on Isha. Though some people say, okay, it is limited to Maghrib. Those opinions is not for us to discuss at this moment. For us to know that this is the time that another one is during time of fear or during war. Look at it. Look at our brothers in Gaza. We want to tell them that they should come and observe Zuhr, leave their home. They should go back home, come back and observe Asri in a terrain that is full of risk of their life. So when you feel there is a particular fear or there is a threat to your life in the path to Salawat, to the masjid, you can observe, you can combine your Salah so that you can have your safety in your home for the time being.
Imam, thank you very much for this elaborate explanation about combining Salah. You mentioned something, that part of the condition is someone on a journey. And we do know that someone on a journey too can shorten his or her prayers. Is it compulsory that when I shorten, I must combine?
Okay, for somebody on a journey, is another different topic, but I will try to summarize it. So if you are on a journey, you have two opportunities. Number one is you can shorten your salats, you can combine. First said, look, Sultan, is Allah's gift. That when you are on a journey, you can shorten your salawats. We call it Qasru Salah. And it means reducing salat of 4 rakah to 2. So it affects Zuhr, it affects Asri and Isha. So as a traveler, when you want to observe your Zuhr, you pray 2 rakah. When you want to observe your Asri, you pray 2 rakah. So you also have the opportunity of combining. It means by the time you are combining Zuhr and Asri, you pray 2 for Zuhr, you do your taslim. You pray 2 for Asri, you do your taslim. During the time of Maghrib, you pray 3 because Maghrib is witri. You cannot divide it. You pray it complete, then you pray 2 for Isha. But there is a caution that you can only shorten Salat when you are praying alone or you are leading. If you are praying behind a resident Imam, you complete your Salawat. You don't have to shorten it. So, it is a rukhsah from Allah that it is not compulsory, but it's a gift from Allah. And who are we? That Allah will say, I'm giving you a gift. You say you don't want. That is why it is always good to practicalize it when you are on a journey.
Okay, thank you. There are common mistakes that we notice, especially when the person that is leading the prayer is shortening prayer. And people that are following him, they are to pray complete. We observe some people, sometimes by mistake or whatever, they will just terminate their own salat along with him because they are praying with that behind him. Another version of it is that someone that is leading is praying full salat. The person following him, once he prays his own two, he will just stop. Can you please explain to us this mistake and others that you know that do occur when when Jama is involved, when people are shortening their prayer, when they are shortening and combining their prayers?
Okay, alhamdulillah. This is one of the programs that we should be having because it is highly enlightening. I pray Allah continue to be with a companion for this good job that is being done almost every year. It's actually one of the common mistakes that happens in our masjid almost every day. Somebody who is leading is a traveler by default. In fact, if you want to pray, you find out that there are travelers among you. One of our duties as men is that a dear traveler among us, let the person lead the salah so that it can benefit from the sunnah and the gift of Allah. So if a traveler is leading and it says it's taslim, it terminates his salat. For us who are residents, we are expected to stand up and complete our salat from where we met it. Not to do the taslim with him. So if you do your taslim, that's a mistake. You have to do sujood. Actually, that's another discussion for another day. Another one that is so challenging is you find someone who is praying behind a resident imam. Because you feel that I'm a traveler, I want to observe two rakat. Don't forget, he said it's a gift from Allah. It's not a command. Salat is a command, but it's a rukhsah. It's just to lighten something, to make something easy for us. You now see the person, when the imam prays the first 2 rakah, the imam stand up, the person will remain seated. I've seen somebody like that, but will remain seated till the imam pray the 4th rakah, do the taslim, he will now do his own taslim. What you have done is that you have done what we call mukhalifatul imam. You have deviated from the imam. And it's one of the gravest things on salat. The Prophet was saying that innama ju'ila al-imam liyutamma bihi. Imam has been made to lead you. فَإِذَا كَبَّرَ فَكَبِّرُوا. The imam has to do the takbir before you do your own. You must not do before him. You must not do it simultaneously with him. You have to follow him in total. So the person really needs to be enlightened that he's supposed to observe his salat complete with the imam. It's one of the common mistakes that a lot of people commit in this our day. Aside from that, some of the common mistakes that a lot of people commit is in this our day, this time, is to believe that even I have excuses, some work excuse, personal excuses that will make you compare your salat. That's why I clarify that our discussion today is about the combining of salat with religious excuses. No matter what. In fact, salat is so important that even as if you are dying, you still have the opportunity to observe your salat. Look at Umar. when he was stabbed on Salat, it was during Maghrib. It was after Salat. I did not observe I've not completed my Salat. It was on it. That is why when you are sick, you have the opportunity to combine Salat. When you are sick, you have the opportunity to even do tayammum. When you are sick, you can pray on the bed, sleeping. In fact, if you have no strength to pray again, you can pray with your mind. So these are mistakes that a lot of people, and some, just a very simple sickness, headache. Say, I'm sick. Let me combine my Salat. No. So, may Allah guide us.
So thank you very much, Imam. We know that it's not easy to discuss combining Salat without talking about shortening Salat. And we want to know, are there differences? Are there occasions when you can shorten and you cannot combine? Are there occasions where you can combine and you cannot shorten? Though you have, in the course of discussion, you have talked about them, but I want you to bring it out so that people can get those areas clearly.
Okay. Conceptually, combining Salat means as al-jam'u bayna salatayn. Shortening means qasru salah. So it means the first one is I'm bringing these two salawat together at a particular point in time. You are praying them completely. You are not reducing them. So that person that is praying out of, let me say, maybe for rain, for instance, they all have to observe 4 rakah. And after that, they will observe 4 for Asri. But somebody who is a traveler, who is observing Qasr Salat, and also doing Jamun, he will observe 2 for Zuhr. He will observe 2 for Asri, also combining. So their meeting point is combination. Their diverging point is what? Is the number of salawats, of rakah. The same thing applies to Maghrib and Isha. So if you are a resident, you cannot shorten salats. You can only do that when you are as a traveler. So these are some of the key difference that we need to take note of. And Qasr Salat can take a number of days. At least if we are doing Qasr, most of the time you can combine your Salat, Zuhr and Asri, combine Maghrib and Isha. But most times, only on a rare occasion, you see that the same situation, maybe in time of rain, that you are combining Salat at a particular point at a particular day. Most times, either you are combining between Zuhr and Asri, and when it is Maghrib, you pray complete, you don't combine. When it is Isha, you pray complete. So for Qasri, is basically giving us the opportunity to shorten our Salat and to combine, as long as you remain a traveler. But the other one, you have to complete the number of rakah.
You have been watching A Moment with the Companion, sponsored by the Companion, an association of Muslim men in business and the professions. My guest today is Imam Ridwan Lanre Ibrahim, the Mudir Madu Quran Oworonshoki. We've been discussing combining Salah, and we have also talked about Qasri, shortening Salah. And Imam, we still have to let the viewers know that despite the fact that Allah has given us their gifts,
yes,
they are not something that we must make it compulsory on us, even when we are not under that condition. So the point what I'm trying to ask you now is, please restate those conditions for us. Okay. Those conditions, we know there are conditions attached to joining. There are conditions attached to shortening. Let's have them. These are conditions under which you can join, separate. These are conditions under which you can shorten, so that the viewers will be able to get it. Someone will not go and combine shorten Salat because there is rain, and someone will not go and combine Salat because he wants to quickly do some things or he's about to travel. So please go ahead, please.
Okay. So The basic principle that we should note for somebody for combining between salawats is it must be complete. You only have the opportunity to combine, not to shorten. And this can be when you are traveling, you have the opportunity to combine. But there's a bit of explanation I'm going to do. Let's just take note of that. Number two, for somebody who is sick, you are to combine and observe your salawat completely. Zuhr 4, Asri 4, Maghrib 3, Isha 4. Because you are a resident out of sickness, you are only told to combine. You are not told to reduce. Sickness does not say you can reduce the number of salats. No. It only says you can combine. You are not to reduce. No matter the level of sickness. In fact, somebody who is sick even has more rukhsah than somebody who is traveling. You can pray in any. In fact, facing Qibla is not even compulsory. The position you have that is convenient for you, observe your salah, but observe it completely. You are not a shorting because you are not a traveler. Then during the time of rain, no matter the how heavy the rain is, you are only allowed to combine, not to shorten. If you are in a mosque, the Jama, you want to combine salat in your mosque, pray your Zuhr 4 rakah. Pray the Asri 4 rakah if you are combining. If you are combining maybe during Maghrib, it was raining, it's raining, it started raining then. Your Maghrib will be 3 rakats and your Isha will be 4. No shortening. During out of maybe threat or fear and thereabout, the salat must be complete. But for qasri, the major condition that makes one to be qualified is an yakuna musafiron, to be a traveler. There's a lot of discussion under it, so this not.
Thank you, Imam. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. We have come to the end of our program today. You have been watching A Moment with the Companion, sponsored by the Companion, an association of Muslim men, business, and the professions. The topic we have been discussing today is combining Salah, and my guest today is Imam Ridwan Lanre Ibrahim, the Mudir Madul Quran Oronshoki, Lagos State. I remain yours in the service of Islam, AbdulGhaniy Abdul Majeed.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to the First Criterion College, where academic excellence meets Islamic values and character building, with a focus on critical thinking, creativity, and problem solving. Our students develop the skills and knowledge they need to succeed. But education is not just about academics. At the First Criterion College, we explore sports to art to public speaking techniques. Our students have a wide range of opportunities to explore their interests and talents. Our state-of-the-art facilities are the best. At the First Criterion College, we believe that every student has the potential to excel and make a positive impact in the world. We invite you to join us on this journey of discovery and growth. The First Criterion College is located at 68 Oseni Alagbaji Street off Igbe Road, Igbogbo, Ikorodu, Lagos State. You can call 091-3453-2897. The First Criterion College, excellent performance, excellent rewards.
All Muslims have to do 5 things. Who knows what they are?
Shahada, Salah, Zakat.
In every prosperous society, true distinction lies in how wealth is purified and purposefully shared. The Companion Zakat and Sadaqah Foundation administers Zakat, Sadaqah and Waqf with integrity, transparency, and full compliance with Islamic law. We ensure your contributions reach deserving beneficiaries through education, healthcare, empowerment, and social welfare. You can pay into the Zenith Bank, the Companion Zakat Fund, 1012864185. For inquiry 08126541345 or 08027300776. The Companion Zakat and Sadaqah Foundation, purifying wealth, preserving dignity.